Hello students, this is Professor Chalai, and in this video we're going to talk about converting between units. In our previous video we looked at dimensional analysis, which is a very useful tool to help converting between units and in fact solve a lot of problems in chemistry, physics, engineering, and so on. In order to use this to convert between units though, there are a number of conversion factors, if you will, or equivalencies that we would need to memorize. For example, to convert length from our American or English system into the metric and SI system, we might need to remember that for an inch is exactly 2.54 centimeters. I have the word in parentheses exact because as we'll learn in the next sort of lessons, that significant figures matter in some of these cases. So 1 inch is 2.54 centimeters. 1 meter is equal to 1.0936 yards. 1 mile is about 1.6 kilometers, 1,760 yards, and so on. So I would ask you to memorize or try to remember all of these different conversions to help us convert between English system and the metric system and the SI system, because most of the data that we collect in our everyday life in the United States are going to be in the English system. However, most of our calculations that we're going to perform in science and chemistry specifically are going to be in the SI unit. So pay attention to these, try to remember them, especially pay attention to the temperature conversions, how to convert degree Fahrenheit into degrees Celsius, and how to convert degrees Celsius back to degree Fahrenheit or to Kelvin, which is what we're going to use a lot in chemistry. But how do we use this to actually perform those conversions? Well, let's convert our own height from feet and inches into centimeter. I will use my height, but you can pause the video now and try to convert your own height into from feet and inches into centimeters, and then unpause and see if how close you got your answer. But for me, I am 5 feet 7 inches, right? However, that's a little bit complex. Let's convert all to the same thing. We know that 1 foot is 12 inches. The little symbol here is for feet, and the double symbol there is for inches, usually. In fact, let's write it this way. Let's use letters. 1 foot is 12 inches. So that means that 5 feet, if we wanted to convert to inches, we use our equivalency here. 1 foot is equal to 12 inches. We make sure we put feet on the denominator so that it can cancel out. So 1 foot is 12 inches. And so that lets us cancel out feet with feet. And so 5 by 12 gives us 60 inches. We add in the 7 inches here, and that means that my height is going to be 67 inches. That's a good place to start. Now we want to convert these into centimeters. And we just learned that 1 inch is exactly equal to 2.54 centimeters. So again, we have an equal sign here, which means those two things are equal. So we can multiply by one part divided by the other. In this case, let's put inches on the denominator so they could cancel out. So 1 inches, cancel out with inch, 2.54 centimeters. And so if we plug all of these into a calculator, we get 67 multiplied by 2.54 gives us 170.18 centimeters. So that is my height from feet and inches into centimeters. In here, we had to use two different conversions that we had to remember. One is that 1 foot is 12 inches, and the other one was that 1 inch was 2.54 centimeters. Okay, with that, try to convert the height of the classroom from feet into meters. And the height of our classroom is about 10 feet. So try to convert that into meters. Pause the video, and when you unpause, we're going to go over that together. Okay, so with a problem like this, we need to try to figure out a path to convert feet into meters. unless you've memorized exactly how much 1 foot is in meters, or maybe how much 1 meter is in feet, which I haven't given you, then we need to figure out a path of how to convert feet into meters. And so a good strategy might be similar to what we did above, is to first convert feet into inches, right? We know how to do that. We just need to remember that 1 foot is 12 inches. And then we can convert from inches into centimeters, because we know that 1 inch is 2.54 centimeters. And then we can convert centimeters into meters, because we know that 1 meter is 100 centimeters. So let's use these conversions. So we start with 10 feet. We know that 1 foot is 12 inches, and let's divide it by the 1 foot so that we can cancel out feet. 12 inches, so foot cancels out. Now we need to convert from inches to centimeter. We know that 1 inch is 2.54 centimeter. We put inch on the bottom, so 1 inch is 2.54 centimeter. So inches cancel out. And finally, we can convert from centimeters to meters. We know that 100 centimeters is 1 meter. We put centimeters on the bottom to cancel out. So 100 centimeter is 1 meter, so that centimeters cancel out. And we plug all of these numbers in our calculator. 10 by 12 by 2.54 divided by 100. That gives us about 3.048 meters. In these sorts of problems, we need to find a path from what they're giving us, in this case 10 feet, into meters. And so we need to have sort of a visual representation of how to get there. We got there by using the things that we know, converting feet to inches first, then inches to centimeter, then centimeters to meters. And this is why the more of this table you sort of have memorized and ready to go, the easier these conversions could be. The more conversions you know, the quicker these conversions will be on your own. I will let you convert your own weight from pounds to kilograms. Up here, we have kilograms to pounds conversion right there ready for you. If you need help with this, please send me an email and I will respond to you, or come stop by my office hours. Okay, let's do a conversion with temperature now. Let's do number 13. Convert today's temperature from degrees Fahrenheit into degrees Celsius and then into Kelvin. And as I'm writing this, as I'm recording this, the temperature in Indianapolis is 82 degrees Fahrenheit. We need to convert this into degrees Celsius and then into Kelvin. Now, up here, we have the conversions. To convert from Fahrenheit into degrees Celsius, we subtract 32 and divide by 1.8. So let's do that. So the temperature in degrees Celsius will be the temperature in degrees Fahrenheit, which is 82 degrees Fahrenheit, minus 32 divided by 1.8. And that gives us a temperature of 27.777. Repeating, let's call it 27.8 degrees Celsius. To convert from degrees Celsius to degree Kelvin, it's to Kelvin rather, not degree Kelvin, is more straightforward. We just add, from degrees Celsius, we just add 273.15. So if we add 273.15 to 27.8, we get around 300 point, let's round it to one decimal place, 0.9 Kelvin. And that's how we convert Fahrenheit into degrees Celsius and then into degree Kelvin. We just need to remember our factors, conversion factors. Temperature is one that's a little bit trickier than the others because there is a different zero scale. 0 degrees Celsius is not the same as 0 Kelvin, which is not the same as 0 degrees Fahrenheit. So for temperature, we have to be careful. We just can't use the conversion factors as multiplication numbers like we did up here, where we just multiply to cancel out units. Okay, try practicing the other questions in this section on your own, and if you have trouble with any of them, please come see me during my office hours or send me an email and we can go over them together. I will see you in the next video. Bye.